Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I'm Mark Toady.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
And it's hot.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
It is hot. Episode 55. We've been, in some sort of heat advisory in the Parkland for pretty much the last week or so. The AC is working. Normally we turn the AC off before we start recording, but not today, my friend.
No.
We're going to keep that on.
It is toasty. We picked a good day to start our diets.
Yeah, no kidding. There we go. Coming up on episode 55, we're going to give you a recap of the United Way of St. Francis County's grant presentation. It went very well. Over, 30 agencies roughly?
Right around there, yeah.
Right around were helped out. And so what's neat about putting this on the podcast for those of you that watch on YouTube is you get to see who these executive directors are and the people that help out these great organizations too. It's a fine collection of human beings.
And a lot of people donate to some of these great agencies, as well as the United Way of St. Francis County. You get to see the people you're giving money to.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And then we're going to talk Help the Hungry Bake Sale Christmas in July.
We're going to cool down with Christmas in July.
I'll take some of that. I know they have a bake sale, they have the Pie in the Face contest I know is back. I saw something about that, and I guess we'll talk about that in the interview, right?
We're going to talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Okay.
So the new faces of the Help the Hungry Bake Sale, because there's some changes coming that we'll talk about as well.
All right, and this episode brought to you by Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Hearing Care Partners, Save a Lot of the Lead Belt, Heimberger Construction, and the Farmington Water Park. What'd you do this week, Mark Toady?
It was all United Way all week long, between the grant presentation, getting ready for the grant presentation, reviewing the grant presentation, and looking forward to what's next following the grant presentation. I pretty much was caught up with all things United Way.
Did you go hang out with Grant this week?
With who?
Grant.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, a little play on words there.
Did you go to the Farmington Chamber meeting this week?
I did not.
You did not? You took the week off. Wow.
No, I was volunteering at the food pantry, and I had a doctor's appointment that started at 1:30, and in between the food pantry and the doctor's appointment, I had a 40-minute phone call concerning the United Way.
Oh, okay.
So I asked Candy if she'd give me the day off for the Farmington Chamber meeting, and she goes, "We'll miss you, but yeah."
Yeah, you're allowed. There you go. Yeah, I'm about to say, you've probably, if Prop A was still around, you'd have a lot of hours that they owe you.
I'd be making some good overtime hours for volunteer work.
A lot of paid time off. Getting ready, really, as we record this, to head off to Branson with the family. We looked at the calendar, probably a week and a half ago, and we're like, okay, when are we going to take a vacation? Because we've, busy this summer, obviously, with the podcast, with the wife directing the play, the high school, the musical out at Mac, which goes until July. I'm actually in that play too. So I'm starting to get busier with that. Jonas has marching band stuff like all over the summer. So we're like, okay, when can we do this? And this weekend was like the best time to get her done. So we have two different plans of attack, and we have not executed either one yet because we're checking the weather.
Yeah.
So plan A is a hotel that's very close to Silver Dollar City. Get the 2-day pass, and then just kind of hang out at Silver Dollar City for 2 days.
What you ought to do is there's a town in Missouri called California.
Yeah?
Get a hotel room in a hotel there, so you could say you stayed at Hotel California.
Ooh, and it never rains in California.
You can check in, but you can't ever leave. That might be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, that probably would. You'd have to start doing it with Chad Speaker, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Which actually, that might actually be pretty entertaining. But anyways, the other plan is there's an indoor hotel with indoor water park that we've stayed at before, and so it's more expensive, but you kind of make up for it because you're not going different places to do things and eat. Everything is like self-contained right there.
That's where I'd go.
So that's our quandary, and the latest we checked the weather, I think I looked at it this morning, and it still looked like there was about a 50% chance of rain all 3 days we were going to be down there. So I don't know. We'll see. But either way, next week's episode, we'll tell you all about it. Music trivia. Got any music trivia for us?
No music trivia, but with the 4th of July coming up and everything political taking the headlines, I've got some political trivia.
Political
for you.
trivia. Okay.
All right. How many vice presidents have gone on to become president by virtue of death
Oh.
or resignation?
Oh, okay. Golly, my history teachers are all frowning at me. I remember one history teacher specifically talking about it and talking about some kind of Native American curse where like every 20 years something was going to happen and it almost like worked out all the way up to Nixon. I'm going to say there have been 8.
You're close. 9.
9. Ooh, right there. Okay.
How many individuals have served as president?
How many individuals have served
Yes.
as president? Well, let's see. Trump is 54, so he did it twice, and Hoover did it twice, so 52.
45
40.
individuals have served 47 presidencies spanning 64-year terms.
Oh, vice presidents.
No, presidents.
Oh, presidents.
Yes.
Oh.
Because you remember FDR served 4 terms.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
He's always the answer to the weird ones.
The only president besides President Trump to serve non-consecutive terms in office is
Howard Taft.
Howard Taft. He was the fattest.
He was the fattest one.
Yes. Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. That's right. He was fat too, though, right?
Well, I'm sure they were all fat back in
Yeah.
the day. Yeah, there was no dieting back then.
No.
All right. What political party did George Washington belong to?
Was he a Federalist?
You tell me.
That's my. I'm gonna go with Federalist.
Well, that'd be a good guess.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a trick question.
Oh, he didn't have a party.
He did not have a party. He was an independent.
He was an American.
Have there been more Republican or Democratic presidents?
Ooh. All time, I'm going to say there have been more Democrats.
There have been 19 Republicans and 16 Democratic presidents.
That's closer than I thought it was going to be, too.
And you mentioned the Federalists.
Uh-huh.
Give me one other party besides.
The Whig Party.
Very good.
And then, like, the Know-Nothing Party.
They
and the
did
Bull
not
Moose.
have a president.
Oh, they have a president. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't let me finish.
Yeah, it'd have to be
that.
I'm sorry.
The Whig Party, the National Union Party, which Abraham Lincoln was associated with, by the way.
Huh.
And the Democratic Republican Party, along with the Federalist Party.
Uh-huh.
So there you go. Just a little, with the 4th of July coming up, feeling the political thing. Thought we'd go that direction.
They're a very safe way to approach the politics these days.
Yes.
Totally awesome radio story. Did you ever interview who? I'll ask you the question if you don't have one. Who was like the highest ranking politician you ever interviewed?
I've interviewed governors, U.S. senators, U.S. congressmen, never a vice president. I did get to see Michael Dukakis give a speech at Bismarck.
Right, on the
did
train.
When he did the train, yeah. But I think Congress is as high as I can go, U.S. congressman.
Who was your favorite congressperson to interview?
I really liked Kit Bond. I thought he was kind of fun to talk to because Kit Bond was not afraid to have a good time, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that was the subject of a previous Totally Awesome radio story with John Ashcroft coming up to the Hillsborough Fair. And all my coworkers had been there drinking beer. And while I'm interviewing him, there's like 20 empty beer cups there. And he's looking at me like, I'm being interviewed by the town drunk. And I'm like, no, none of these are mine.
These are all Kevin's.
Yeah. Kevin was innocent too.
Okay.
Hey, I want to send a shout out for this week's podcast to Nancy Kreckler, one of the sweetest gals you will ever meet. She got her hair cut. I ran into her at the senior center where she delivers meals, and I do too on the same day. And I said, Nancy, you got your hair cut? And she goes, yes, it's my summer cut. And I said, this is my summer cut. It looks oddly like my winter cut. And strangely enough, like my fall and spring cut too. So anyway, Nancy, you are a jewel. I hope you have a great day.
Want to let folks know, Baby Boomers show tickets go on sale Tuesday morning. July the 1st is the first day you can get those. And they actually have people line up on that morning to get the tickets because they sell in person, I believe, until like 8 or 8:30.
Yep.
And then they open up the phone lines, and there are people that
Usually
wait.
about 20 or 30.
Yeah.
Easy.
So this year's theme is Hits of the 70s. Very solid lineup. Of course, you can't go wrong with 70s music. Very diverse. Some songs that you've heard the Baby Boomers tackle before. Some new ones. Should be really good. August 1st and then August 2nd, 2 shows, a matinee and an evening show. And tickets are $15. They go on sale at the Civic Center box office on Tuesday. So always a fun time to be part of the Baby Boomers. So governor-wise, who was the funnest governor interview?
Well, probably Kid Bond.
Kid Bond, yeah.
Kid
What about
Bond.
Jay? Did you and Jay Ashcroft, or I'm sorry, Jay Nixon ever?
Oh, yeah. I remember Jay Nixon when he was first running for office as a state representative, coming into the station, and he introduced himself. I introduced myself. He goes, I really like your station. You guys stick to the issues. You stick to what's important. And I'm like, you don't have any idea who we are. What are you talking about? Holy smokes. But of course, Kevin Engler has got to get some good votes in there. And a shout out to Dan Ward, who served in the legislature.
Dan's always.
And if I didn't mention Danny Staples.
Yes.
Danny Staples was awesome. He once told me, and Danny's no longer with us, he's legislating in heaven now, or at least I hope so. But I was sitting with him at Spokes Pub and Grill one time, and this could be a totally awesome radio story.
It is. This is it.
And I said, how long does it take you to get to Eminence from here? And he said, about a 6-pack. Okay. All right, Danny. I love that man. He was so good to me.
God bless America, and God bless Danny Staples. You're totally awesome radio story. Hey, want to welcome back, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast again this summer, the Farmington Water Park. They were one of our very first sponsors a year ago, and they're back again, but it's the same old family fun that you have enjoyed for many, many years in Farmington.
And it really is family fun. Whether you just want to take a quick, leisurely trip down the lazy river, unless you want to stand underneath the big bucket and get doused when it tips over on you, or maybe take a few laps in the little lap pool that they have there, or just lounge on the side of the pool and watch the kiddos have fun and frolic in the water. It is an awesome, amazing place to be.
And kids 2 and under are free. 3 to 11 are $7.50, and $8.50 again is still the rate for ages of, let's see, it says 12 to 61. Mark, you can get that senior discount where you get $1 off your admittance into the ballpark.
Yeah, and don't forget about the splash pad either. That's there
free
as well. That is free.
Yeah.
Your kids will absolutely love it.
Always a good time, open 7 days a week.
And don't forget to call the Civic Center or City Hall and find out about renting out the water park for an after-hours party, too.
Man, having the water park all to yourself, unbelievable. Oh, too, don't forget about those special twilight rates.
Yep.
After 4 o'clock each day, they drop $1 off the admission in every group. So check it out, 756-0900. Follow them on Facebook just so you know for sure the water park is open on the days you're planning to go. But check it out, Farmington Water Park and the River's Edge Splash Pad, proud sponsors of the Parkland Podcast. Save-A-Lots of the Lead Belt sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Great place to feed your family at an affordable price. They had the big shindig and big sales for Father's Day, and a lot of those specials still around. And if you are looking to stock up for that barbecue coming up this summer, the best place to go is your local Save-A-Lot store.
It is grilling season, and they've got everything you need, from hamburgers to steaks to brats. It's all there. I was just at Save-A-Lot this past Thursday, picked up some hamburger buns, got some pickles, picked up some bananas. Whether you just want a few things or whether you just want to shop and stock up for the whole week, you'll love Save-A-Lot. It is a beautiful, clean store. The people are really friendly to deal with. If you have a question about where something's at, they are more than happy to take you aside and show you exactly where you need to go. Love shopping at Save-A-Lot.
Lead Belt Save-A-Lot, that's the one to like on Facebook to keep up to date with all the great specials. They also, of course, have those text alerts that go out. Seems like we get one every time we're recording. And those are always great ways to save money with those scratch-off cards.
Yeah, baby.
Check it out. Be a fan, be a liker, and a subscriber. Lead Belt Save-A-Lots. Like them today. Proud sponsor of the Parkland Podcast. Here's your news on the Parkland Podcast.
The St. Francis County Sheriff's Department has had a busy week. On June 22nd, deputies responded to a report of a careless driving situation on Highway 67 near Highway Y. Deputies pulled over a vehicle driven by Zachary Welch, who had 3 active warrants issued by the Farmington Police Department. He was taken into custody. The passenger, Mahala Fain, was also identified. At the scene, deputies observed a 9-month-old infant in the back seat of the vehicle. A K-9 unit was deployed and alerted to the presence of narcotics. A search of the vehicle revealed a firearm and numerous capsules, which the occupants identified as fentanyl. Both Welch and Fain were arrested and transported to the St. Francis County Detention Center. The infant was placed into emergency care with grandparents.
Last Wednesday, law enforcement executed a search warrant in Leadwood in pursuit of fugitive Jessica Lang. The St. Francis County deputies had previously responded to that residence multiple times based on reports of her being there. However, their luck would change on Wednesday when homeowner Randy McIntyre adamantly denied Lang's presence in the residence. A thorough search led to Lang's discovery concealed behind a newly constructed false wall, accessible only through the attic. After refusing repeated commands to surrender, Lang was removed from the hiding area and taken into custody and on her active warrant for resisting arrest. McIntyre was subsequently arrested for hindering the protection of a felony warrant. Both individuals were taken to the St. Francis County Adult Detention Center. And the Highway Patrol has arrested a St. Francis County Sheriff's Department employee over the weekend on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Sheriff Jeff Kreitz said in a social media statement that the employee was off duty and in a personal vehicle. The employee has been placed on administrative leave pending an internal investigation.
Lots of busy activities going on with the city of Farmington. The city council has put the mosquito spraying program to an end. The council made the decision June 23rd unanimously to suspend the program for the current season. The city of Farmington would like to remind residents to eliminate sources of standing water where mosquitoes lay eggs, such as clogged gutters, bird baths, and tires to help prevent mosquitoes in Farmington this summer. Work continues at the Farmington Civic Center on the indoor pool and the upstairs exercise area as well. That's expected to continue for the next couple of weeks. And whether it's in Farmington or one of the other towns in the St. Francis County area or even in a rural area, you can contact 911.
Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, 431-4387. Heimberger Construction has done some amazing work in not just the Parkland, but the region.
Yeah, they're all over the Midwest. They do high-quality work using the best materials. And best of all, you've got Jennifer Heimberger, who kind of headlines things and gears everything up. She'll sit with you. She'll find out what your plans are, what your wants are, what you're building toward, and she will get you the right products, the right building. So if you're adding on, if you're making a new addition, Heimberger Construction, they're the folks you want to see.
And they sell Butler buildings because they are the best metal building system on the market and the only building that has the pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. HeimbergerConstruction.com has all the examples locally of the great work that they have done, and the list just keeps growing and growing. If you need construction work done, you need to contact Heimberger Construction today since 1978. Again, learn more at HeimbergerConstruction.com.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Let's check your events now. They're presented by Discover Farmington. More than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
All kinds of activities going on with the Bismarck Freedom Festival 2025, including a softball tournament, a parade, and, of course, fireworks.
Also, fireworks over Farmington, July the 4th, 6 o'clock, Engler Park, lots of food trucks, and the band Ear Candy will perform.
Audio Glow will perform July 4th, starting at 7 o'clock at the Park Hills Sports Complex, leading up to fireworks.
Light Up the Sky, that happens July 5th on Saturday at Bonne Terre City Park. They'll have food, music, and, of course, fireworks at dusk.
The city of Potosi will have a fireworks display July 5th near the Intermediate Building.
Then the Minor Tough Weekend Trail and Mountain Bike Ride is happening at St. Joe Park on July 5th and 6th.
There's a downtown block party July 11th starting at 7 o'clock featuring Mountain Mischief in Farmington. This free show is put on by Discover Farmington.
Watch me as the coach in Disney's High School Musical, The Musical, July 17th through the 20th at Mineral Area College.
There's a dive-in movie featuring Jaws, so you can watch the arm or the leg fall down to the bottom of the ocean once again while you're in a big pool of water. That's July 19th at 6:30 at the Farmington Water Park.
Babbling About Broadway, Summer Lovin' happens July 25th through the 27th, and those performances will be at Long Hall.
And we'll have some folks from Babbling About Broadway on the podcast coming up. Movies in the Park, Long Park, Farmington, July 24th, CET.
The Baby Boomer Show. In fact, tickets go on sale this Tuesday morning. This year's theme is Hits of the 70s, and those performances will be Friday, August 1st, and then 2 shows, a matinee and an evening show on Saturday, August the 2nd.
Chris Cagle will be at the St. Francis County Fair August 2nd, part of the 151st County Fair.
We'll have another downtown block party in Farmington on August the 8th.
And it's never too soon to talk about blues, brews, and barbecue, September 19th and 20th, downtown Farmington.
And those are your events. They are presented by Discover Farmington. You can find out about local events, even book a wedding or day trip today at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Let's talk pharmacy. Parkland Pharmacy. They are at parklandrx.com. Small town pharmacy at their finest. They are so organized. They have so many great services. They're more than just a place to get your prescriptions, Mark Tody.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Julie Berghaus. She called me the other day and she goes, "What's that stuff that you like so much?" I said, "The Emergency." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to order some of that. You want me to get you some?" I said, "Absolutely." And she didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of great one-on-one customer service that they offer. They get to know their customers, what they like and who they are, and they will go the extra mile for them. So I love everything about that pharmacy, and that is why they are my hometown pharmacy.
Got to use two fingers if you want to scroll up or down.
I'm looking at their Facebook page while you were doing that.
ParklandRx.com is the website. Their delivery is fantastic, and all the special services they offer as well is really what makes them second to none. Check out Parkland Pharmacy today, the official pharmacy of the Parkland Podcast.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Hey, want to welcome back, sponsoring the Parkland Podcast again this summer, the Farmington Water Park. They were one of our very first sponsors a year ago, and they're back again, but it's the same old family fun that you have enjoyed for many, many years in Farmington.
And it really is family fun. Whether you just want to take a quick, leisurely trip down the lazy river, unless you want to stand underneath the big bucket and get doused when it tips over on you, or maybe take a few laps in the little lap pool that they have there, or just lounge on the side of the pool and watch the kiddos have fun and frolic in the water. It is an awesome, amazing place to be.
And kids 2 and under are free. 3 to 11 are $7.50, and $8.50 again is still the rate for ages of, it says 12 to 61. Mark, you can get that senior discount where you get $1 off your admittance into the ballpark.
Yeah, and don't forget about the splash pad either. That's
free
as well. That is free.
Yeah.
Your kids will absolutely love it.
Always a good time, open 7 days a week.
And don't forget to call the Civic Center or City Hall and find out about renting out the water park for an after-hours party, too.
Man, having the water park all to yourself, unbelievable. Oh, too, don't forget about those special twilight rates.
Yep.
After 4 o'clock each day, they drop $1 off the admission in every group. So check it out, 756-0900. Follow them on Facebook just so you know for sure the water park is open on the days you're planning to go. But check it out, Farmington Water Park and the River's Edge Splash Pad, proud sponsors of the Parkland Podcast. Here are your birthdays for the week of June the 30th. Make sure you get your birthdays to us. You can hit us up on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, whatever their messenger thingy is called, TikTok Messenger. I'm just going to call them all messengers. Gmail Messenger. We're going to get all boomery with you. But let us know. And again, try to give us a week or so in advance. Oh, and exciting news. We're going to start doing our shows live on Saturdays starting in August. So we're going to see how it works. We're going to see if the internet can hold us. Anyways, let's get to the birthdays now. Birthdays for Monday, June the 30th.
Peyton Gallagher celebrating a birthday wish. I remember going to her 21st birthday party. It seems like it was about 2 months ago, but I think she's like 25 or 26 now. I'm not sure. So I guess that's been more than a few months ago. Happy birthday to you from your mom and dad and all your friends and family. And my buddy Mark Stone celebrates a birthday. Mark married a gal named Ginger. So for you Gilligan's Island fans, if it's Ginger or Marianne, for Mark, it's Ginger every time.
Keith Probst, retired Spire man and new alderman in the city of Deloge, celebrating a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Keith. Doreen Whaley of Park Hills with a birthday. Audrey Berry with a birthday. Matt McFarland celebrating a birthday on Monday. And Karen Perryman Wade. Karen, one of the Perryman sisters, she's the eldest of the Perryman kids. Enjoy yourself some Gilligan's Island. I think she preferred Skipper. Although, well, I mean, I guess the professor was the one that ladies always kind of flock to, right? 'Cause, I mean, you kind of were stuck. Mr. Howe is old. The skipper, you know, no offense, I can say this because I'm a little portly, and of course Gilligan's a moron. So there's not a lot to offer the ladies except for the professor, right?
Well, I don't know. Ginger had a way of always digging after Gilligan when she wanted something.
That's true. Yeah, well, yeah, for him, no doubt. All right. we'll do the Gilligan's Island podcast another day. Tuesday, July 1st, birthdays.
Happy birthday wishes going out to one of my favorite bankers and one of yours as well, Jessica Mell.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you from your husband, Luke.
Luke.
As well as your two kiddos and all of your family. I interviewed her mom and dad a lot back in the day when they were helping out with a lot of great causes for our military veterans. Happy birthday, Jessica. Hope you're doing great. You're doing a wonderful job with the United Way. Angie Halfley, one of my favorite servers at Sticks and Steins, celebrating a birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday to you, Miss Angie. And our good buddy, the man, the myth, the legend, never met a joke he couldn't tell, even if it wasn't funny, Dave Shepard, celebrating a birthday on Tuesday.
Best wedding DJ ever, Diamond Dave Shepard. I had a blast. We mentioned Charlie Berry's birthday last week. Whenever Dave Shepard and I did a wedding together, it was a good time. At least we had fun anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know about everybody
a party
else.
with Dave.
Stacy Kay, English teacher at Potosi High School, also taking on their video program there as well. Happy birthday to Miss Kay. Ted Eaton, North County School Board member, celebrating a birthday on Tuesday as well. And Amy Whittier with a birthday on July the 1st. What about Wednesday, July the 2nd?
Wednesday birthdays include our good buddy, Rick Capias.
Oh, Rick.
Happy birthday to you, Rick.
Yes.
Hope you are doing fantastic. It's a birthday wish from all of your family, and thank you for your support of the podcast over the past year. And a pretty good football player back in the day, Clint Tebow, celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. I don't know who was better, him or his brother, or maybe even back in the day, his dad, who was a really good football player, turned out to be a pretty good coach, too.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you, Clint. I hope you have a great birthday.
I would say Mike Tebow, just because Kelly Valley always told me stories. He went to high school with him, so he told me stories about his athletic prowess.
He was a good one.
So, yeah, I would probably go there. Of course, his sons might say something differently. Happy birthday to a lady who knows what a good football player looks like, Barb Jones of Deloge. Happy birthday, Barb. Hope you have a great day. Micah Pogomiller did some work with us with the podcast, with some graphic design and with football as well. Happy birthday, Micah. Hope you have a great day. Shannon Weaver with a birthday, and Mark Stoley, one of the best linebackers ever in North County football history, with a birthday on Wednesday. What about Thursday, July 3rd?
Thursday, speaking of good athletes, maybe the best point guard in the history of Mineral Area College basketball.
Whoa.
Theophilus Price celebrates a birthday.
Boy.
He was a great point guard. I remember going to a game in Moberly, and Mac was down by, 25, 26 points, and Theophilus led the charge. Now, Mac didn't win the game, but they went from 25 points down to about 5 points up in just a matter of seconds, and he led the charge. He was so good. Happy birthday to you, Theophilus. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday wishes to Donna Womack, married to Dick Womack. Donna, we hope
her birthday
you
every day.
Yeah, well, Dick should say it's his birthday every day, being married to Donna, but that's another story for another time. And happy birthday wishes to one of the best gals you'll ever want to meet, professionally or personally, Camille Nations. Happy
Absolutely.
birthday to you.
100% Mac Board of Trustees, baby boomer. She was playing pickleball like 20 years ago.
She's good
That's
at
how,
it,
and that's
too.
how cool she is. So happy birthday, Camille Nations. Misty Conway, teacher in the West County School District, former pre-K teacher at St. Joe's in Farmington. Miss Misty was so awesome for all of my kids. We think you're just a great person. Happy birthday to you. Aubrey Brewster, political junkie, with a birthday on Thursday. And Jill Graves, stylist extraordinaire, celebrating a birthday on the 3rd. What about our 4th of July babies, like Tom Cruise in the movie Born on the 4th of July?
Hey, how about that? We've got Julie Powers. Who needs Tom Cruise when you've got Julie Powers? Happy birthday to you, Julie. I hope you are doing well. That's from Corey and Ian and your mom and dad and all your family. And she is a lean, mean tennis playing machine and a Juice Plus guru extraordinaire. Happy birthday wishes to Chad Speaker.
Yay!
Yeah, he
just
Tom
texted
Cruise,
me.
Chad and Tom Cruise get mentioned in the same sentence a lot. People say, "Hey, look, it's Chad Speaker. He's no Tom Cruise."
Right.
All right. Happy birthday wishes to Chuck Sevick. Worked for
Chuck.
years over at Redfield Collision
Yes.
Center when it was Redfield, who took care of a couple of my vehicles. Chuck,
Yeah.
happy birthday to you. Marilyn Pathetis, happy birthday to you from all of your family. Kay Thurman, we just wished her grandson a happy birthday last week on the podcast, a student of yours.
Oh, yeah, Peyton. The
Yeah,
Mooch.
and
the Mooch.
Carol Rigdon, longtime employee at First State
Oh, yeah.
Community Bank, now splitting her time between here and Farmington, depending on how much she misses her grandkids. A happy birthday to you, Carol. Hope you're doing great.
Let's see. Happy birthday, Tiffany Roth. Tiffany was the nurse at Farmington High School. I want to say she's still in the district, but she's in a different building now. Happy birthday to you. And Tom Kernan, a guy I've known, since I was really young, went to church at Marvin Chapel back in the day. Happy birthday, Tom. Hope it's a great day for you. What about Saturday, July the 5th?
Saturday, just one, but he's a good one. Rod Denman.
Oh,
Celebrating
Rod.
a birthday. Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
That's what some gals told me they used to call Rod back in the day. And he goes, "What do you mean back in the day? They still do."
They still do.
Happy birthday to you, Rod. I hope you're doing fantastic.
Happy birthday to the MVP of Farmington High School. She is the person that signs everybody in when they come to school and signs everybody out when they leave early. Kelly Grief, Miss Kelly, probably the most loved person at the high school and probably the one that could name every student in that building.
And she can tell a good joke.
Oh, yeah, she can. She's very funny. Happy birthday, Kelly. Scott Walker, our Waller of Deloge, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Scott. John Zimmerman, he doesn't live in the Parkland, but he married a Parkland girl, and he checks the podcast out every once in a while. Happy birthday, John. And Patrick Bloom celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday to Patrick. And we'll wrap up the week with Sunday, July the 6th.
Sunday birthdays. Our good friend Ginger Williams.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you, young lady. She retired just about a year and a half, 2 years ago after, only about a year ago, I guess, after a long time with the MCII Sheltered Workshop. Hope you have a great day, Ginger. Terry Klepsick, or as I refer to her as Terry Hubba Hubba Klepsick, celebrating a birthday. She was a teacher at the Central School District for a bunch of years, and now she's upwards around Kansas City, I think. Happy birthday to you, Terry. She is also one of the three lovely Klepsick girls. Our good buddy Jeff Jensen celebrating a birthday. He'd be a good guy to have on the podcast. He's in the automobile sales industry, but he's got some great stories.
And a good voice, too.
You could tell he played college baseball back in the day. We hope you do well. Denise Boyd celebrating a birthday. Denise works out at the Farmington Civic Center. She is a workout machine. Denise, I hope you're doing fantastic. I went to the Engler Park once, and I was out there, and I was just going to walk, and here comes Denise, and she's running into Engler Park. So I said, I'll run a lap around the park with her. And we did one lap, and she goes, all right, I got to go. I got to run back to the Civic Center. That's where my vehicle was parked. So she ran from the Civic Center to Engler Park, around Engler Park, and then back to the Civic Center. She's a worker-outer. And Connie Dansby celebrating a birthday on Sunday. You can see her at Buffalo Wild Wings a couple of days a week. She'll be there Wednesdays and Thursdays. Not that I'm ghosting her or anything. And at Sticks and Steins on Tuesdays and a few other days. Connie, happy birthday wishes to you. You're awesome. I know my servers.
Do. Happy birthday, Dustin Gerstenschlager. Dustin owns the Corner Pocket and Pizza 101 in Bonne Terre. He says, hey, don't worry. We're still open, even though they're tearing up the road and putting new sidewalks in front of his corner pocket business there. But again, it's going to be really, really nice whenever it's all done. Happy birthday, Dustin. Hope you have a great day. That was one of those names I'm sure like out-of-towners would come to call a ball game and they'd see a Gerstenschlager on the roster and go, how the heck?
Put a phonetic spelling on that one.
Eve Obenayer.
Hi, Eve.
Eve Weitzel was her name in school. And Eve, when we were like really young, she was like the best athlete in my grade. Like she was the girl that played on the boys' baseball team.
I believe that.
Back in the day. Happy birthday, Eve. Hope it's a great day for you. Megan Hall with the birthday. McKenzie Moss with the birthday. One of my former students, Angel Drysdale, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Angel. Definitely one of the most creative students I've ever had. And Stephanie Watkins celebrating a birthday to wrap up the week. So there you go. Those are your birthdays for the week of June 30th. Let's talk pharmacy. Parkland Pharmacy. They are at parklandrx.com. Small town pharmacy at their finest. They are so organized. They have so many great services. They're more than just a place to get your prescriptions, Mark Tody.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Julie Berghaus. She called me the other day and she goes, "What's that stuff that you like so much?" I said, "The Emergency." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to order some of that. You want me to get you some?" I said, "Absolutely." And she didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of great one-on-one customer service that they offer. They get to know their customers, what they like and who they are, and they will go the extra mile for them. So I love everything about that pharmacy, and that is why they are my hometown pharmacy.
Got to use two fingers if you want to scroll up or down.
I'm looking at their Facebook page while you were doing that.
ParklandRx.com is the website. Their delivery is fantastic, and all the special services they offer as well is really what makes them second to none. Check out Parkland Pharmacy today, the official pharmacy of the Parkland Podcast.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
We are so grateful to have you guys here, and we want you to know that 100% of everything that we are giving you comes from all those hard work, volunteer hours, bell ringing, and all of the wonderful, wonderful things that you guys support for the United Way. So we appreciate all of that. And I'm going to let our wonderful president, Mr. Mark Tody, speak.
Thank you all for being here today. It has been, last year at this time, I was a little more pessimistic. We were coming off a bad year, and I really wanted to turn things around. And we have, very much so. And as modest as she is on occasion, one of the big reasons is Suzanne, who we hired a little less than a year ago. She has really helped turn our organization around with her outgoing personality and her inability to take no for an answer. She has done a fabulous job in rebounding our organization, along with the help of this board right here. We have some wonderful people on this board who have gone all out in helping to support ideas and events that we've had in the past and come up with some new ideas like our Diva Derby Day that we had back in May. That was a big success. We've got a bunch of really forward thinkers here, and they have done a fabulous job. Let's give them a round of applause. By the way, you can see this whole ceremony. It is being recorded for playback on the Parkland Podcast. So definitely check out and see how wonderful you look. That'll be available this weekend. And we can't go any further without thanking Bailey Joe's Barbecue and Jeremy Horton and his wonderful business. Let's give him a round of applause. We asked him for hors d'oeuvres, and for some reason his definition of hors d'oeuvres include ribs pulled pork, and a whole lot of other goodies. And he said, the only thing I ask is that you let people know we are selling fireworks down by the hotel. So if you haven't bought your fireworks yet, stop by and see Jeremy Horton, grab some fantastic barbecue. And again, thank you all for supporting the United Way of St. Francis County. This year we were able to collect $107,000, which is an increase of like 15 to 20% over last year. And I'm sure most people in here would say, we'd love a 15 to 20% increase in our operating budget. And you know what? None of that money stays with us. It's all going right out to you. So the more you can do to promote us, the more money we can bring in, the more money we can turn around and hand right back to you. And that's what we're all about. So I say, without further ado, let's get this party started. Who wants some money? All right, we're going to call our organizations up one by one. We're going to stand right here, and one of our lovely board members, with the exception of Harry, he's ruggedly handsome, with his highway patrolman mustache, and we're going to have a photo opportunity, and then we'll have a big group photo afterwards. So without further ado, our first organization to receive funding this year from the United Way of St. Francis County is the Bon Terre Food Pantry. Come on up. That is the lovely and talented Jackie Berry, by the way. Jackie is the queen of woohoo. Give us one, Jackie. There you go. Our next agency, the Mineral Area College Food Pantry. Oh.
I don't have them all. Just the ones that matter. We go way back.
How about the House of Praise Food Pantry? Kathy Thompson. Kathy's been on the board longer than I have. And I had hair when I joined the board.
There's some pictures back there.
Yeah. By the way, there's some very nice pictures of Jackie. I mean, you got to go check out there. How about the Immaculate Conception Food Pantry? Lee Ragsdale is presenting their check. No truth to the rumor, she had to plug that outfit in to get it to shine so brightly. The St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry. And how about the wonderful folks from the Farmington Ministerial Alliance Food Pantry? I'll be in there tomorrow to help, I promise. Nancy and Pastor Greg here. Kathy's getting double teamed. The Park Hills Senior Center.
I have the check.
Yeah, they're right here.
Oh my goodness. Park Hill Senior Center. Yay! Woo!
Next up, the wonderful folks from the Bismarck Senior Center. Kim Hudson is helping to present this check. She will also sell you a house, by the way. Okay. How about the Bonterre Senior Center? There they are. Stella Hubbard, one of our newer board members, she has hit the ground running too. No, we really are going to give it to you, I promise. How about the Farmington Senior Center? Ursula. They have some fine meals at the Farmington Senior Center.
We have some awesome volunteers.
You have a big fundraiser coming up this weekend, a big car show, right?
Yes. We have a big car show, Foothills Car Club. All the proceeds will benefit us and our seniors in the program. So come out. We'll have a bag lunch for you. Come on out. 10
Yeah.
to 2, Friday.
Next up, an organization that we have helped support for many, many years, Parkland Foster Adopt. Millie? Gracie Trokey is presenting you your check. No truth to the rumor that she has been a foster mom to half of St. Francis County, but close to it. How many? How many?
Over 350.
Wow. I guess I should make sure that folks know I was talking about you and not Gracie. The good folks from Visions of Hope. They do such awesome work. I was really hoping Jessica would bring pictures of her baby, or even better yet, your new baby here. Next up is an organization that we have helped support for as long as I've been on the board, and that's quite a while, the Southeast Missouri Family Violence Council. Miss Stephanie. Oh. East Missouri Action Agency. There we go.
You're welcome.
The good folks from Unitech Career Center. Little Learners, right here in front. You have the pleasure of having the wonderful Jessica Mell present you your money. Farmington School District. Marcia Petty is here. Miss Katrina's giving you your money. Marcia is retiring this year. I didn't think you could retire at the age of 27, but she's figured out how to get it done.
Sweetheart chocolates too now.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes. We wouldn't have said no. North County School District. Okay. It's never too early to think ahead. As she came in, Linda gave me their flyer for their fundraiser coming up in November. I got it on my calendar. But come on up and get your money now. Linda Dickerson Bell from the St. Francis County chapter of Habitat for Humanity.
I met her one day. Is someone going to give me money?
Harry's had 4 kids in like 4 years. His mind's a little distracted. How about the good folks from the St. Francis County Health Center? Okay, Harry's ready this time. Always fun when we can help out Seasons of Hope. Thanks for all your hard work, Dawn. Helping Hands of the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center. How about the nice folks from Rocky Creek Ranch? Come on up. Oh, I understand your aunt is also giving you some money here. The MCII Sheltered Workshop, they're a first-year organization for funding. It is awesome to have you on board. The woohoo is contagious. We have another first-year organization. They've been around for a while, but first-year funding for us. We heard their story, and we were so impressed with the work they're doing with our youth and really getting them to build them up for a better tomorrow. We just had to be a part of their mission. Please welcome the good folks from JAG. This guy drove all the way up from Van Buren for the grant ceremony. He's got to drive back because his son is in a ball game tonight. So the fact that he took the time out to do that, we appreciate it very much. Next up is an organization that we not only love to support, they're also our landlords, the Life Center for Independent Living. There's Mr. Randy. Next up, an organization that thought it would be a really good idea to start up right as COVID hit. And despite that obstacle, they have done such a great job in this area. Casa of the Parkland. Joanna. You can stop by their house that they have. It's on A Street. Who did you bring with you, Joanna? Presley, stand up and give a wave. Yeah. And I saved this one for last because I'm not 100% sure if they are actually here, but the West County School District, we do have funding. Oh, Compass. Yes, we have Compass. Come on up. Yeah. Man, they brought everybody. Who's running the office?
They're all here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, I'm not sure they're here, but we do want to let them know they are getting funded. The West County School District, their Caring Communities program. If not, we can move right along. Folks, we have... Yes, definitely. Folks, we have big plans for the rest of this year into next year, and they're all plans that involve making more money for you all. So any chance you get to support the United Way of St. Francis County, whether it's a dine-out program, whether it's through signing up for multiple hours of bell ringing, which we really appreciate, coming to the second annual Divas Derby Day, which is coming up, supporting our ice cream social. Is there anything you want to say about that, Jessica, yet? Or?
We'll have more details soon.
More details coming up, but if it's weather like today, who doesn't want some ice cream, right? We want to thank Bailey Joe's Barbecue once again for supplying us with some wonderful food. It's very much appreciated. Thank you to the Parkland Podcast for recording this, and we are going to be playing it back with our next episode that will be available starting Monday. If you would like to donate in some way, shape, or form to the United Way of St. Francis County, Suzanne, why don't you give us the quick 2-minute how we can do that?
Well, I took my mic off, but that's okay.
You don't need a mic.
Go stand next to her.
I really don't.
Here, I'll get closer.
All right, Mark's going to come stand next to me. First off, I want to just thank all of you amazing organizations. You guys are supporting us now, and I just want to let you know that every time you support us, that gives more money in our pocket that we get to turn around and give you. So thank you for working your hind ends off to get your grant money and your grant funding. We appreciate that. You can donate for the United Way by one, calling me, letting me come in your organization, letting me talk to your organization, letting your organization know that we do things like payroll deductions, that we can train them on 211, which is a vital program here in St. Francis County, which can save lives. You can volunteer to work any of our events. We would love to have you guys all come and support our events. You can come to our Diva Derby Day, our ice cream socials. Most importantly, you can ring the bell. The school districts did an incredible job last year with the Battle of the Bells. And every one of them stepped in and rang the heck out of those bells. Congratulations to Farmington School District. They won the Battle of the Bells. They had the most staff and parents and kids that did that. But those are such important things to do. I know that we beg you to ring the bell, but if you sit here and you get your grant, this is what it comes from. So ringing the bell. Letting me come in again. Let's talk. Let's get in your organizations. I've talked to several of your organizations. We are working to make sure that every single person in St. Francis County knows what the United Way can do for them, and whether that be our 211 program to provide them assistance, funding, or referring them out to wonderful agencies such as yourselves to get assistance. That's why you guys all had to add yourselves on the 211. So talk to me. Let me know. Send me an email. Give me a call. I will hop right in and over to your organization and we will talk. I will tell all of your wonderful, wonderful staff members, Mineral Area, I'm pointing at you because we've done this. We'll tell all of your wonderful staff members about how and what we are doing for your organizations and how they can help your organization by helping us. So thank you. And going out there and letting people know, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but the United Way gives every single dime back into our community. So this United Way of St. Francis County is giving every single dime right back to you guys. So talk about us, wave to us. Don't tell me I'm too loud. No, invite me to talk. I love to talk. It's one of my favorite things to do. And again, I appreciate every single member of this amazing board. Mark lies a lot, and he said that I had anything to do with it. I did not. This is the team that did it. I just got to stand up there and watch my team, like they just worked so hard. So I'm so grateful for every member of this board that makes me look like I'm successful. So, especially Mark, who lost more hair this year.
No, I lost all the hair I was going to lose 10 years ago. So.
But it's fine because Harry grew it all. So thank you guys again.
Guys, you're welcome to hang around for a while if you want. It's not, you guys are all so busy doing what you do. Sometimes you don't get to interact with other agencies, other organizations, maybe get a few ideas from somebody else and learn how they're doing things and say, we can incorporate that into what we do as well. So grab some more food from Bailey Joe's. Enjoy your day. Oh, yeah, and we got to get up here for a big picture as well. So.
And we also want to thank the amazing media that came, Parkland Podcast. We appreciate you. And Senator Jason Smith's office for showing
Yes.
up as well and supporting us. So thank you for you guys.
All right, picture time. Everybody up here.
Construction, HeimbergerConstruction.com, 431-4387. Heimberger Construction has done some amazing work in not just the Parkland, but the region.
Yeah, they're all over the Midwest. They do high-quality work using the best materials. And best of all, you've got Jennifer Heimberger, who kind of headlines things and gears everything up. She'll sit with you. She'll find out what your plans are, what your wants are, what you're building toward, and she will get you the right products, the right building. So if you're adding on, if you're making a new addition, Heimberger Construction, they're the folks you want to see.
And they sell Butler buildings because they are the best metal building system on the market and the only building that has the pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. HeimbergerConstruction.com has all the examples locally of the great work that they have done, and the list just keeps growing and growing. If you need construction work done, you need to contact Heimberger Construction today since 1978. Again, learn more at HeimbergerConstruction.com.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
We got a full house today on the Parkland Podcast to talk about Help the Hungry bake sale and a big fundraiser they have incorporating Christmas in July, which we could use some of that cold weather. Joining us in studio here today, we have McKenzie Moss, hello, Amanda Marler, and Jennifer Sikes, and they are all with the Help the Hungry bake sale. Ladies, thanks so much for coming in on a hot June day.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I have to ask, so you all are training under Chris to kind of take the helm for this after this year, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Did you miss a meeting? Is that how that happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone drew the short straw.
Right. Yeah. Chris had brought Amanda and I in, I guess this would be our 4th year. So 2022, I believe. And we kind of always felt like that was probably her long-term goal, but we didn't know where she was on the timeline. So yeah, we were kind of expecting to be asked eventually, but then formally we were asked a month or so ago. Mm-hmm.
What got you interested in Help the Hungry? What made you think this is the cause I want to be a part of?
I mean, I grew up here, so I've always known of Help the Hungry, but I didn't know all the ins and outs of it. And honestly, we were pursued. So
it's nice to be wanted, isn't it?
Yes. So when you first got involved with the sale, what was that first one like for you? Actually seeing, oh my gosh, it's more than just a bunch of people buying cakes.
Right, yeah. Seeing the behind the scenes was really eye-opening. Just the need. That's I never knew those numbers. I just went to a bake sale and bought a couple things on a Saturday morning in November. So seeing the actual need and seeing how much work year-round goes into this. And just all the components of the bake sale, like the pastor's cakes and the cafe and the silent auction, the live auction, all the different pieces coming together to raise such a large amount in a day.
And just how many people it takes to pull off the event. It is a lot of people, a lot of hands.
If people could be there 10 minutes before you open the door and see the big circle of hand holding for the prayer, then they'd say, wow. Because that's still not even everybody, but I'll bet there's 40 or 50 people there.
Easily.
Yeah. Right.
Jennifer, how'd you get involved?
Well, I just heard about it I worked for the Farmington School District for a long time, and a couple of my colleagues said, hey, you heard about this bake sale? It's a lot of fun. You go, you get baked goods right before Thanksgiving. You take them to Thanksgiving. And so I decided, well, maybe I should have my little girl help me. And so when she was 4, we started the tradition of cooking and baking for Help the Hungry. And if any of you have seen my Facebooks, my whole kitchen is full of baked goods. And Anna has taken that to a whole nother level. She's a much better baker than I am. But even now that she's in college, she comes home the night before and we bake and then we take it. And so it's a tradition for us. And then at the same time, we just want to be supportive with the live auction and with, what's the raffle? One year I won like 3 wreaths in a row, which was awesome because I gave them away as gifts. But, and so that's kind of how I got involved. And then the last couple of years, I've kind of been brought into the committee and been a part of that.
Anna's also been one of our Vanna wives.
Yes.
Anna has definitely vanned for a long time. I think she even this past year. And so again, tradition for us. We know it's a worthy cause, and I've always been a part of mission work in the community. I wanted Anna to be raised with that same kind of mindset, and so that's kind of how we got involved.
Yeah, one thing about her daughter, though, when we were auctioning off purses and jewelry, I wasn't sure we were going to get them away from her when we actually sold them.
That's true. Or she'd look at her dad and point
yes.
make sure that he was bidding on something. That's true.
I still can't get over the fact that you're able to keep your baked goods till Thanksgiving, because when we get them in our house, they're gone by Sunday afternoon.
Luckily for us, we usually do like Tuesday, Wednesday traditions, so that has been a little bit helpful. Yes. But it's always just, again, great cause, huge mission work in the community, and I've just been fortunate enough that they've allowed me to be on the committee the last couple of years, and I'm seeing what these girls are seeing, the behind the scenes. It's absolutely incredible. The day before the bake sale, I picked up 90 pies and was going back and forth and putting them in my car. And then the kids at St. Joe were helping getting them out and putting them in. Like there's just, and it's incredible to see it come together behind the scenes. And you're exactly right. There are lots of people with their hands helping. Yeah.
So 20 some odd years ago, if you wanted to promote Help the Hungry, it was the radio, it was the local newspaper, and word of mouth. I would imagine now social media, from Facebook to Instagram and whatnot, that's really kind of taken over. Is that an area of expertise for you too as well?
Yes. Yeah. So that was whenever they first asked to kind of come on to the scene, they were like, we need someone to do social media. And we're like, well, we can do that.
And they do it well.
Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, that, and social media can in itself is a full-time job, but it's your number one marketing tool, and it's mostly free. So yeah, I mean, we are trying to use that as much as possible. We always are trying to grow the page, reach more people. Like we said, like a lot of people are out there that still don't know what Help the Hungry is. So yeah.
So what are the little, I guess, fundraisers that happen between now and the actual sale itself? I know we got the barbecue coming up, but there's some other things happening before that. Tell us about those.
Yeah. Sure. So this being our 20th year, we wanted to really make a big splash and just bring more awareness throughout the entire year, not just November, of like what the bake sale is and what our need is and all of those things. So we had a meeting a few months ago just with everyone to kind of get the ball rolling. And so Amanda and I were like, well, what if we tried to have like 20 events in honor kind of the 20th year, and they could be small little things, or they could be big money earners, or they could just be things in the community that you're just hearing about Help the Hungry throughout the year. So we kickstarted that and started right off. So far we have done like little things like concession stands at the tennis matches for Farmington during the school year. We did that in March and April, because there's no concession stands. So we funded it completely, so there was no cost, and someone donated all the goods, and then we sold just concession things. And then what else have we done?
You've done the balloon arch.
Yeah, so we have been raffling off some things online. We did a small raffle. Pretty Porchco, which is our business, donated a balloon and backdrop. So then people just hopped on and bought an entry, and then we did a drawing for that. We've done a Chick-fil-A night. Trying to think what else.
We're doing the pie contest.
Yes.
You guys are sponsoring that.
So yeah, the biggest thing that you mentioned is the 12 Days of Christmas that we're currently doing now, which we really wanted to come on here and plug. This was Jen's idea, so I'll let her talk a little bit about that.
It's not really my idea. I was fortunate enough to be a part of committee for the class of 2023. They did one during Christmas at the 12 Days of Christmas. And so Chris had approached me a couple months ago about thinking about what's some big ideas, what can we do? And I went to a gal that helped run that and said, hey, how do we pull this off? I think we want to do one in July. And so she gave me some ideas. I took it back to the committee. Everyone has been so gracious, all of the community members and businesses that donated. They donated huge prizes. I think we're at some are $250, $400, $600, $1,400.
Wow.
And there's a number of prizes, and then it's $25 a ticket, and you have a chance to win something one of those 12 days. And all of that money goes back to Help the Hungry, which supports both of our local food pantries, every single dollar. And so people like to donate anyway. But in this instance, you can donate and win some really incredible prizes on top of it. So it came together pretty quick.
Yeah.
What would you say, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
These guys have been, again, behind the scenes, doing all the picture work, all of the marketing, getting it out there. My job was just to kind of gather some ideas and some prizes for everybody and store them. They are stored at my house.
They are.
Every single prize. So that's kind of how it came together, and that's the beautiful thing about Help the Hungry and the committee. You can bring an idea together, and there's so many resources that people just jump on it and get it going. And so we were able to get that up in 2 weeks, and now we've got 2 weeks left before it closes.
Little over 2 weeks. So we are selling tickets up and through July 13th. Tickets are $25. You can buy as many as you want. There's no limit.
No.
And we'll start drawing on the 14th, and we'll draw every day up until July 25th. Christmas in July.
Everybody does Christmas in July, right? I mean, Amazon does the big thing where you do Prime Days, and so we were kind of just getting in on that.
How does somebody get a ticket?
So you can go to our social media. There's a link there. It's a platform called Zeffy. So we're using that because it's 100% free to nonprofits, which is awesome, something we found, because that's been another learning curve thing, is how do we keep more money going to the pantries, because everything has fees, you just click the link there, and you can put in how many tickets. You'll put your name and your phone number, and that's how we'll track you if you win. And
And so we do want to say a little bit about the Zeffy, that when you're on there, there's an opportunity for you to donate back to Zeffy, because they are also a nonprofit, and that's how they make their money.
Right.
But you don't have to.
It's not a
So you
requirement.
can put a 0 in on that and just strictly donate to Help the Hungry with your $25 towards a ticket, or your $75, or your $150.
Or 150.
Whatever you want to put
I like
towards
how
it.
you think. Yeah.
Right. And we are going to cap it. So
Yes.
we're only going to sell 500 tickets, so that makes your odds a little bit better at winning. And we're on here just to promote that heavily, because we haven't sold as many tickets as we would have liked to at this point.
So if somebody is just not good with technology, if they see McKenzie, if they see Jennifer, if they see you, Amanda, can they just say, here's a check?
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need your name and phone number, and then the funds, and then if you want us to enter
Very
everything
important.
for you,
we can take care of it for you.
we can enter
Yeah.
on behalf of you.
But I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the prizes, but we've got an entire fire pit with the really nice Adirondack chairs. We've got a family of bikes, so it's the adult bike, female bike, and then the 2 children bikes with all the headgear that goes with that. Wow. Yeti cooler. A giveaway to stay overnight in the Weber House with really nice gift certificates that go along with that. What else am I missing,
A Dyson
ladies?
stick vacuum.
Oh, the Dyson stick vacuum, the Air Wrap, Dyson Air Wrap, Echo Show, Air. Am I saying that right? It's the Apple AirPod Pros that are like the headphones. They're worth like $550. And then a Dyson vacuum. We said that.
The Air Wrap.
Air Wrap.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, you can keep them. Or you can gift them.
Consuela purse.
Oh, yes, we have
Spade
2
purse.
designer
2 designer
purses.
bags.
The charcoal grill with the charcoal, and then also I believe the butcher shop or what is
the Center Cut.
Center Cut. They're giving a gift certificate along with the baking pans, and so a lot of really great stuff that I think everybody kind of wants, but they never go buy for themselves, and so it's an opportunity to get involved that way.
Is it a random drawing, or if Jason would win one day, does he get his choice of?
It's a random drawing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at the prize list, there's no losing. So,
Right. Right. But
so
that's a great
if if you don't want the Dyson Airwrap curling iron, I mean, the way we looked at
I could use that.
that's the way we looked at it is either these are items you could sell easily,
or
give as a very nice gift,
or maybe
or
you could do a tradesy with
we've
someone.
even said, what if someone wants to do a tradesy?
I would trade with anyone if I won, just for the greater good. Just so that, and I think anybody that's part of this would probably do the same.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. Another big event, the barbecue, is that coming back, I guess, in October?
It's actually September 10th this year.
Okay.
And a new day. We're going to do a Wednesday this year, where normally we do a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying to hit more businesses. Some businesses are closed on Friday, so you lose people that aren't in office on Friday. So we're trying to change it to a different day. Another fun fact is we're moving it to one location at the Methodist Church. Typically, we have 2 locations at Offenburg and then at the Methodist Church. Offenburg is still graciously sponsoring the barbecue, but we're going to try to just bring all our efforts together to one location to try to kind of make a bigger bang and to also just like streamline everything.
Make it more efficient, everything
Right.
coming from
Yeah.
the same location.
Quick plug for Offenburg, where I bought my last 3 vehicles from.
Thank you
very much.
snazzy, by the way.
Thank you. But Tim is not only a supporter through the barbecue, but if I know you all have been to the bake sale, he stands in the back of the room, and he bids everybody up
Yes, he does.
during the auction. He is so good at
He
that.
is good at that.
Yeah, Tim is awesome.
With a big smile on his face, an evil grin.
Yep. If somebody's interested in maybe helping out the committee, how do they go about doing that? How do they get involved and help out this wonderful
Sure,
cause?
yeah. We're always looking for new people in any capacity. Like if you have no specific skill set, which I'm like, everyone has some sort of gift that they can use. But there's so many things you can do, even if you can only help the day of the barbecue or the day of the event at the bake sale. So you can just reach out to us on Instagram or on Facebook, or if you see one of the committee members in, the community, you just, reach out to us and let us know. And we will look for a way to get you started helping. I mean, Chris said this best a month ago or so, that she built the bake sale so anyone can help.
Exactly.
Anyone.
So you don't have to, know. You don't even have to know everything about it.
A baker.
You
don't have to know.
I don't ever really bake for the bake sale. Sorry, but I'm like,
It's okay. We bake enough.
Thank you. But I'm like, I didn't know all the ins and outs of everything, or all the facts, or even where the money directly was going. But I just knew, I knew enough that I was like, I want to be involved, and I know this is a good cause, and I know these are like trustworthy people. So
And honestly, just sharing on social media is a huge help.
Yes.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Yeah, and that's been one thing that we're trying to increase this year by doing these events is just like we want people out in the community talking about it. It doesn't even have to just be on social media, which is great. But yeah, talking and sharing with people who may not know, may not have even heard of it, or maybe they've heard of it, but they have no idea how it works.
And by getting you girls all involved in it as younger people, you're helping to assure the success of this 10, 20, 30
Yes.
years.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's the goal, and I know that's Chris's goal too. Like that's the calling on her heart that this just continues, and the heart of the Help the Hungry Bake Sale stays the same, but it grows with the next generation. So that's another thing. Like we are looking for other people, the next generation, that want to be more directly involved, like on a committee, running
and
a
it's never
certain
an overwhelming amount of work
Right.
or
No.
commitment.
Right.
There's so many people that are involved that you can just have a little spot
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it doesn't mean that it's going to take up all your weekends
Right.
and
And
all
you
your
can
months.
just start small and then
Yes.
just see where you
Right.
find your
Yes,
fit.
absolutely.
right.
I know you want to give a big shout out to St. Joe Catholic Church.
Yes.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness, yes. They are amazing.
Yes, yeah. I mean, how many years? I think there was 1 year where they moved it
To
because
Centene.
to the Centene.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
one
it
of
was
the First State
one
Community
actually
Center now.
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But other than that, I guess all 19 years
Yeah,
has
they're
been
amazing.
there. So, and we've said, we've talked if we grew, would we need more space and all those things, but it's like, I don't know. It just kind of changes the whole thing. It's like, it's been here for so long. How do we move it? So we just feel like that's really like the location even is part of the heart and soul of Help the Hungry.
It's just a certain vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Facebook page, Instagram, those are the
Yep.
two forms of social media that people should follow.
Correct. Help the Hungry Bake Sale. If you want something more formal, you can email us. It's helpthehungrybarbecue@gmail.com. And like I said, or reach out to
Us
one of the committee
individually.
members.
Great.
Yes.
And anything else we need to pass on before we let you ladies go today?
We'll see you on September 10th.
Yes.
for the
Yes.
barbecue. We'll see
Yes.
you November 22nd at the bake sale.
Yes.
Yeah, one
Yes.
other thing that we didn't plug is the, you mentioned it, the pie in the face contest and the
yeah.
pie baking contest.
Mark was in that,
Are you in that?
last year.
I was
Oh,
in
you
it
did last year. Okay,
Yeah.
He's-
so they're grabbing
you
some
only
other
do 1
folks.
year? Is that how it works?
I guess I didn't do
Oh.
a good enough job.
Either that or they're like,
We don't wanna burn you
Mark
out."
is at capacity.
Yeah,
we
okay.
can't ask him for
We cannot
anything
ask him
else. Yeah.
Another pie in the face.
So that is August 2nd this year.
That's at the county fair.
At
Yes.
the county fair, yes. So we have, I think, 4 contestants for the pie in the face. Chris Morrison, David Kennedy,
Joe Gilgore.
Joe
And
Gilgore,
Clint Price.
and Clint Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint was the big winner last year.
Yeah, so, we'll see if he's on the throne again.
Yeah. No pressure, but
The top 3 winners win prize money to donate back to a charity of their choice, and the top winner gets a pie in the face. And their collection cans, you can go to our social media to see where their collections, they should be out now. So
Yes.
they're collecting funds, raising money. And the other thing is the pie baking contest. So if you are a pie baker, you can enter into that contest. All those rules are on our social media, or if you're involved in a local church, you could reach out to your church liaisons and get all those details as well.
Fantastic. Help the Hungry Bake Sale. Find them on Instagram and Facebook and help out all the great food pantries in the Farmington area. Joining us here today, McKenzie Moss, Amanda Marler, and Jennifer Sikes, our guests here now on the Parkland Podcast. Music time on the Parkland Podcast. Time to talk about songs that we like and then talk about songs that fit a certain criteria. When you originally gave the criteria a couple days ago, I thought, well, that's okay. There'll be like 1 or 2. And then I got to thinking about it, and it's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. But first, let's start with our song of the week. What do you have for a song of the week this week, Mark Tody?
Sugarloaf, Green-Eyed Lady.
Ooh.
Such a great tune. It was a 6 or 7 minute song back in the day when you didn't have 6 or 7 minute songs. Had to be 3 minutes just so they could fit it on the radio. But Green-Eyed Lady, Passionate Lady, great little tune. Big #1 hit for Sugarloaf. I think they had 2 real big hits. The other one, if you remember, was called Don't Call Us will call you.
Really?
Yes.
That was them?
That was
I did not
Sugarloaf.
know that was
Yes.
Sugarloaf. Huh.
Yes. And they may have
Ah.
had more hits, but those are the
Okay.
two I really remember. But I really like Green-Eyed Lady.
Yeah, and that fits into our prom coming up. Song of the week this week. I realize I have never done anything for Weird Al Yankovic. I need to show him some love. That's the last concert I went to. The wife and I, on her birthday, I took
I thought
her.
you brought an album from him in once.
Well, maybe I did. Maybe I
Yeah.
did. Maybe I brought in Nature Trail to Hell, which would be the best album by Weird Al Yankovic. But as far as songs go, we'll just go out there with his first song. His debut released in December of 1979. That's how long he's been at it. And it was a parody of the Nax My Sharona called My Bologna. And what's even cooler about Weird Al is he's had the same, 5 dudes in his band since he first started playing. And really, really cool. Always been classy.
He calls and gets permission to parody a song, too.
Yeah, he does, because he's been turned down a lot by different people. There's a movie, a biopic about him, but it is grossly inaccurate.
I always thought that Weird Al Yankovic looked a lot like, who's the radio announcer, the shock jock with the long hair?
Oh, the Wolfman.
Well, no, not
No.
Wolfman. Oh, gosh, he always did all these perverse, nasty things. They did a movie about his life. Anyway, we'll figure it out and put it on next
Howard
week.
Stern?
Howard Stern.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
They could be brothers. They kind of look
Really?
Like yes.
I never thought that, but now I'm thinking about it. Huh. Maybe we should have a side-by-side. Interesting. Okay, so the prompt this week, songs that have the word lady in the title. And there are some really, really good ones. What were some of the ones that came to your mind first?
Well, the first two that came to my mind were Green-Eyed Lady by Sugarloaf, and then Lady from Styx.
Yeah.
And then we had Lay, Lady, Lay from Bob Dylan. Lady Down on Love from Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
3 Times a Lady from the Commodores, or as I used to refer to them as the Commoders. And then last
the
but
same
not least, Fleetwood Mac and Sentimental Lady.
Oh, okay. That was a good one. You mentioned Lady by Styx, also Lady by Kenny Rogers. Also, that was written by Lionel Richie, and he has a performance of that too. Lady Madonna by the Beatles. Hey, Sexy Lady by Shaggy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
down with that one?
I've got
Hey,
that one
Sexy
at
Lady. Oh, she's a lady, Tom Jones, which I think is a great. Whoa,
whoa, she's a lady.
From the Thriller album, The Lady in My Life by Michael Jackson. Foxy Lady, of course, one of the greatest songs of all time, Sir Jimi Hendrix. Lady Marmalade, LaBelle or Patti LaBelle did the original one, and then the song was remade for the movie Moulin Rouge, featuring Pink, Maya, Lil' Kim, Christina Aguilera, and Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Oh, you've got Lady of the Lake down there. That's a great
Yeah,
song.
Lady of the Lake by Starcastle. What a great tune. Luck Be a Lady Tonight by Frank Sinatra. Always a good tune. The Lady is a Tramp. Now, that's a diss song if I've ever heard one, courtesy of Tony Bennett.
Normally, if I was still on radio, I'd say no, I better not say that. I better not say that because people listen to the podcast that might take offense to that.
Well, people do listen to the podcast, which is a good thing. Voodoo Lady from Ween. Are you familiar with Ween?
Oh, sure. Why
Yeah. Ween's a great band, and Voodoo Lady is a great song, Shaking That Stick and Driving Me Crazy. Great tune. And you mentioned 3 Times a Lady by the Commodores, I believe. Those were all the lady songs that I found.
If I had $1 for every pair of women's underwear that Tom Jones had thrown at him in his life, I would be independently wealthy.
You would be. I mean, you would be like almost Jeff Bezos level.
I'd be there.
What is it about Tom Jones that drives the ladies crazy?
Because it's not unusual.
It isn't.
By the time.
I guess it's the British accent. I guess it's the chest hair. I don't know. But dude has always been the lady killer, if you will, over the years. Who do we have coming up on the 4th or the post 4th of July, I guess, edition?
One of the
of the
Welkers from the Big Door Coffee House.
Cool.
Will be here to join us to tell us about a community service day they are putting together for July. And I think we're going to babble a little bit
Yeah.
about Broadway, too.
Yeah, Danielle and Justin will join us from Babbling About Broadway. The Summer Lovin' is the theme for this year's show. You have a wonderful week, sir. And let's see. Yeah, this show will air before 4th of July.
Yes.
And however, next week we're recording before 4th of July so we can both enjoy our 4th of July. So it'll be fun. But next week I'll tell you about the vacation. And I'm sure somewhere along the way, one of the kids will do something that is definitely podcast story worthy.
My money's on Miss Lucy.
Really? I think James is going to throw up somewhere.
All right. Yeah.
That's where I'm putting my money on. He did that at Dixie Stampede a couple years ago. Woo. Anyways, have a great weekend, everybody.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. We'll see you soon.